Liebe Kunden,
Dear customers, dear partners, dear colleagues, dear friends, I'm pleased to welcome you today, not in person, but via video. We are celebrating 40 years of Microtec this year, and at the same time, there is the opening of the new company building here in Brixen, next to the old building. I would like to thank you all for your support over the years, and today, unfortunately not in person, because of the corona crisis, we had to digitize our celebration, and still in this way, I would like to greet you all and hope that this event will bring you back to the memory of Microtec, as it was in the beginning. And that we will continue to strengthen our relationship, also in the future, in order to participate in the development of the company. And I hope to be able to bring you all, customers first, new products, but also to the employees, new growth opportunities. And thank you again for everything that has happened with you over the last 40 years.
In diesen 40 Jahren gemeinsam mit euch passiert ist.
We are a garage where our story began. We are the innovative dream of a man who listens to his customers and followed his visions. We are Microtec.
Microtec heißt ja Microprocessor Technology, ist ja genau unser Name.
Microtec means microprocessor technology. That is exactly our name. We had our office in an apartment. There was the software development. That was not exactly garage activity, but the assembly of the circuit boards, the microprocessors, definitely took place in the garage. And there we had soldering irons and tools, and we heated the boards there. So there was also a lot of chemistry. And that was a really great time. For the first time in the history of mankind, you could easily develop a computer, a machine yourself, build it yourself, which changed not only our wood industry, but our whole industry and the era. The digitalization really started with the development of the microprocessor.
Eigentlich richtig losgegangen.
Und dann hat sich die Notwendigkeit einmal ergeben, wir haben eine neue Sortieranlage fürs Rundholz bekommen. Da wollte man.
And then the necessity arose. We got a new sorting plant for logs, where we also wanted to have corresponding measurement equipment. Then everything went faster. And Mr. Giudici Andrea told me, yes, he would be happy to help us with the control units. I still remember how he was inside at the beginning with his computer. He sat next to the moving gate on the block and programmed there. And then I told him whether he would give us a gate indicator. Then he said he would think about it for a moment. And the next day he came and said that before he fell asleep, it occurred to him how he could do that. And we immediately received another program from him. And those were the first steps, the positive ones we made with Microtec. And from then on, I would like to say that we both have risen together. I think Microtec has learnt a lot from our wishes, and we've learnt a lot from the possibilities that Microtec has offered us. And we have been able to modernize a lot. So we have suddenly taken completely new ways, and especially the registration was much better and could be adapted according to our wishes. And so we always got to work with Microtec as we modernized our company. Mr. Giudice Andrea has always delivered us the latest programs and the latest methods. And so I think we learned from each other and have grown up together. And when I think back today, it was an amazing and interesting time.
Und wenn ich heute zurückdenke, war das eigentlich eine schöne und interessante Zeit.
Also heute ist es wichtig in der Holzverarbeitung.
In today's woodworking industry, it's important to know the DNA of every log, and Microtec offers the right tools and instruments to get the most out of our production. We don't know today what we will need in 10 years, but I'm sure Microtec will show it to us.
Aber ich bin mir sicher, Microtec wird es uns zeigen.
Herzlich willkommen, sehr geehrte Damen und Herren.
A warm welcome, dear ladies and gentlemen. Esteemed partners, dear friends, employees and colleagues. We are celebrating 40 years of Microtec today. 40 years on which we can look back with pride. When the company was founded by 3 friends in 1980. It was initially active in many different aspects, but then it concentrated more and more on the wood sector. And thanks to the innovative strength and creativity of Federico Giudicea Andrea, within 40 years it has become the innovating leader in the sawmill sector. For us at Microtec, the needs of our customers have always been at the forefront. This has been one of the main driving forces behind our innovative strength. Finding solutions for customer needs and keeping customers with the company for a long time with continuous new developments. This has always allowed us to develop long and solid partnerships with the big players in the wood industry.
Zu erarbeiten.
My name is Per Jorgensen. I'm the Chief Sales Officer and part owner of the company System TM. It has been a pleasure from day one to work with Microtec. Together we have been able to combine and further develop our technologies to become the best in class in our industry. To System TM, Microtec of today is by far the best scanner supplier in our industry. Thanks to Federico Giudice Andrea and Microtec's management group, Microtec has become a state-of-the-art company in all aspects. And everyone at System TM are deeply impressed with this outcome. Dear Microtec, we fell in love with you 10 years ago, and we are still very much in love. Dear Microtec, congratulations on your 40 years anniversary. We are looking forward to build and grow our partnership the next 40 years.
Die Sägeindustrie hat sich immer weiter.
The sawing industry has continued to develop, as has mechanical engineering and plant engineering. The electronics were also affected, and the electronics were in their infancy at the time when Mr. Giudice Andrea dealt with it. And he was already far advanced in electronics for the sawing industry. And we thought that we have to introduce this into our concept and our company. The innovative side of Microtec, especially of Mr. Giudice Andrea, and our innovative mechanics, have catapulted us into the next century. Mr. Giudice Andrea has been an excellent and good friend of mine for decades, and he will remain so in the near future. And he has really built a company for which we can only congratulate him.
Zu dem man ihm nur gratulieren kann.
40 Jahre Microtec.
40 years of Microtec, a real reason to celebrate. Founded in 1980 by 3 friends as a startup, at that time it was simply called a new foundation, and from this company foundation, from this startup, a world market leader for scanner technology has developed. This was only possible together with the team at Microtec, but also with Federico, Giudice, Andrea. The team and he have always been looking for new solutions, innovative solutions for the wood industry, for our customers, and this has paid off. Today, Microtec is a global player in scanning technology and delivers best possible technologies for their and our customers. In this cooperation between Microtec and Springer, we always try to provide the best possible solutions for our customers. Innovative, progressive, and above all, with real benefits for the customers. I am convinced that Microtec and Springer have always been successful doing that. Microtec's position in the world market for scanner technologies is unique and has grown over the years. Congratulations to this great development and to this company that has developed in 40 years. Congratulations to all employees and to Federico, Giudice, Andrea. Thanks a lot for the great cooperation.
Für die tolle Zusammenarbeit.
Unter anderem war es meine Aufgabe.
Among other things, it was my task to evaluate new suppliers. And one day someone came along. I met him and asked what he does. He says, electronics. Do you have experience in wood? No, why? I thought that again someone comes and tells me something, so I asked what else he is doing. You know, I sort apples. Giudice Andrea said. Apples? For me that was amazing, since it is much more complicated than wood. And how many apples per minute? We were at 50 boards per minute maximum. So he said about 350 apples for sorting. I was excited. We discussed it. He didn't really want to sell anything in the discussion. It was always more interesting for me. I said I had a little problem, namely we built log diameter systems with a pointer and gear and such. Then I said it is not normal nowadays. There belongs some kind of electronic device, for example, a pocket calculator, which tells us that the log is 30 centimeters thick. And then he says, yes, that's not a problem. You can do that with a digital potentiometer. I memorized this word. And I think if I was 100, I would still remember it. And then he says, I have something like that in my car, coming up with a cylinder. I said, what's the point, a cylinder? Then he says, no, look. If these 2 scanning rollers are so far apart, you put the cylinder or the potentiometer in between. And then you see on the little calculator exactly the number. For example, 20 or 50. Then I said, that's great. But I have logs that are up to 80 in diameter. Then he says, no problem, and did some calculations on the pocket calculator. Set the ratio of the movement of the potentiometer, and then he said, look, if that's completely unzipped, that's exactly 1 meter, and altogether it is 0. Then I said, yes please, what does it cost? He says, I don't know. Can you also do other things? Like distance measurements and sorting calculations? Then he said that it is no problem at all for that. He has never done anything with wood, but I believe him. I believed him.
Was gemacht hat mit Holz, aber ich glaube ihm das. Ich habe ihm das geglaubt.
Zusammenarbeit zwischen Link und Microtec funktioniert hervorragend.
The cooperation between Link and Microtec works extremely well, because both are world market leaders and both have the absolute will to fulfill customer requirements. And insofar we are very happy that we have won this cooperation, and that it has worked very well over the last decades. Microtec has a product portfolio that complements very well with ours. They started very early with scanner technology, with camera technology, and with the creation of a measurement hardware. and they fit very well with our software and our solutions. And thus, the customer gets outstanding solutions that are not available on this market in this way. Mr. Giudice Andrea, I would like to congratulate you very much from all of us here in Oberkirch, and also from our colleagues in Alterding, on your 40th anniversary. Together with your two friends, you have built a fantastic company that you started back in the 80s. And we've often talked about how it was when you started from scratch. And if you look at the company today, you have built a world-class company. And I have to congratulate you very much for this. And we wish you for the next 40 years at least as much success. This also applies to my predecessor. I'm relatively new after a year here at Link. Mr. Geiger sends his best regards. And all the shareholders at Link send you their very best greetings for the next decades. Stay healthy.
Allerbesten Grüße für die nächsten Jahrzehnte. Bleiben Sie gesund.
Wir sind stolz heute auf unser Unternehmen.
We are proud today to look back on our company after 40 years of history. A company that was founded by 3 young friends here in Brixen, South Tyrol, and that has become the innovation leader in the sawmill sector within 40 years. The 40 years history of Microtec is largely shaped by the innovative spirit and creativity of Federico Giudice Andrea, who has been able to transform customer needs into products and customer solutions.
Donc dans cette usine, la première étape, c'est le CT log.
In this mill, the first step is the CT log. Logs coming from the forest are all scanned by the CT log. This system records a numeric image for each log. Once they are sorted, the scanner optimizes for each one the best sawing pattern possible. Then the fingerprint recognizes logs at the sorting line and executes the best optimization solutions. Logs are sawed then by means of these sawing patterns. Thereafter, a GoldenEye 900 scanner scans every board. This allows us to obtain stability in measurement and to optimally sort boards, which are produced by the sorting line.
Au mieux, les bois sont produits par la ligne de siège. Donc nous avons fait le choix de
A GoldenEye 900 has been installed in our sawing line after fingerprint and CT logs installation. Firstly, to provide board quality sorting at very high speed, and especially to develop technologies, as well as interlink real and virtual boards detected by the CT log. Its main purpose is improving and creating a control and regulation loop for the wood processing.
Au sein de la première transformation du bois.
Sehr geehrter Herr Präsident Federico Giudice Andrea, geschätzte Mitarbeiterinnen und Mitarbeiter der Firma Microtec.
Dear President Federico Giudice Andrea, dear employees of Microtec, dear guests who are watching from all over the world today. Companies like Microtec are the best business card for the business location, South Tyrol. We have a number of hidden champions in various sectors. Microtec has become the technological leader in the field of intelligent detection of wood properties. The company owes this to the pioneering spirit of its founder, Federico Giudice Andrea, who had the courage to venture into new areas and to create highly qualified jobs for many South Tyroleans, and of course, the incentive to return to South Tyrol, thus counteracting the brain drain. South Tyrol sees itself as the intersection between Northern and Southern Europe, as a bridge between these areas, as a small Europe in Europe. And we have developed from a poor country, a poor province in northern Italy, to a country with a high quality of life and many innovative companies. We have recognized from the beginning in our provincial government that we therefore want to put a lot of emphasis on promoting innovation. We do this with the NOI Technology Park. We do this also through direct subsidies to companies that pursue innovation and development. The success of the company Microtec is a confirmation of this path. Microtec employs by now about 200 people, and it is for us as Province of South Tyrol great pleasure that the decision to establish new company headquarters in South Tyrol is also a commitment to the business location South Tyrol. It is particularly gratifying that the decision was made for a sustainable building in line with the sustainability strategy of our province. At this point, I can only congratulate the family of Giudice Andrea on their 40th company anniversary, but also the employees on this great success of the company. Microtec has become the world market leader in its own field, and this is due to the courage of the entrepreneur, but also, of course, due to the qualifications and skills of the employees. All the best for the company Microtec. Also for the future, a lot of continued success all over the world. And have a nice day today.
Alles Gute der Firma Microtec, auch für die Zukunft. Weiterhin viel Erfolg auf der ganzen Welt. Und heute einen schönen Tag.
Wir sind auch stolz darauf.
We are also proud in the course of the expansion of our headquarters to be able to offer our employees new offices, which enable us to realize optimal processes and short communication channels in a modern young environment. In the implementation of the new offices, it was important to us to use modern contemporary materials. A lot of wood and glass in order to provide a pleasant environment, soundproofing, and to bring a lot of daylight into the offices.
Zu gewährleisten und viel Tageslicht in die Büroräume zu bringen.
Microtec, natürlich als weltweit tätiges Unternehmen.
Microtec, a company active on the world market, currently has 3 seats, one here in Brixen with more than 100 employees, a second seat in Mestre, which is very close to Venice, where we currently also have already over 80 employees, and then we have a seat in Vancouver. Of course, we attach great importance to quality. South Tyrol as such as a business location already stands for quality, and our company's founder, Mr. Giudice Andrea, was from the very beginning keen to maintain this quality. And therefore we also focus on quality in the search for personnel, which has proven to be very important in recent years. In the year 2020, we have not only reached the milestone of the 40 years, but we have also, and I say this with pride, reached the milestone of 200 employees. So we've managed it within 40 years to bring a company from 3 to 4 employees up to 200 employees. Which is of course connected with a lot of commitment and a lot of willingness to work.
Wir beschäftigen uns erstmals mit dem Kundenprodukt, also was produziert.
We deal first of all with the customer's product. What does the customer produce and what are the requirements that the customer has? Then we understand whether our scanner solution can be something for the customer, and then we usually invite the customer here to our showroom. He can send his boards here. We scan them together, we optimize them together, and check together if our solution fits for the customer. So we have a very consultative way to support our customers, but also to acquire new customers. We believe that we can offer solutions and develop solutions that respond specifically to our customer needs. So GoldenEye 900 is the transverse scanner solution from Microtec. I say again solution because it is a combination of scanner technology but also know-how, experience in optimization. It is certainly a product that, due to the latest technologies, such as artificial intelligence, is very innovative. It is this artificial intelligence which is constantly developed and improved. And I have to say that this is certainly one of the very successful developments by Microtec, since we have condensed 40 years of know-how in one product.
Eben 40 Jahre Know-how in einem Produkt kondensiert haben.
Ich möchte heute auch die Gelegenheit nutzen, mich bei uns.
I would today also like to take the opportunity to thank our customers, our dear partners and employees for the last 40 years, which have made us what we are today. In particular, I would like to thank our customers who have been our driving force to provide new innovative products and performances. This also applies to our employees, who made this possible in the first place, through their strong identification with the company, with the customer needs and with our goals. Many thanks to all of you for this, and I wish that together we can realize many innovative new target-oriented products. Many thanks.
Zielgerichtete Produkte realisieren können. Vielen Dank.
Liebe Partner,
dear partners, dear customers, dear colleagues. Before I say goodbye to you, I would like to thank you once again for your participation at this event to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Microtec and the inauguration of the new company building. From time to time, it's not bad to look into the past in order to consolidate our roots, because based on these roots, we want to look into the future to continue our energetic and trend-setting support. Thank you for the participation and ad maiora.
danke für die Teilnahme und ad maiora.
"40 years of Microtec. 40 years of innovation.